It's a bit tricky here. Let's see. I feel like I'm freaking Indiana Jones. Hey, what's going on, Demon? I'm taking you guys to a new spot that I've never fished before. Maybe once, but I fished it for maybe 30 minutes. Hold on. Ah, hopefully nobody's here. No. Jeez. No, we're good. I don't see anybody. I don't know how much fish we're gonna catch. Doesn't look very promising, but let's try it. And what's going on, everybody? There's one spot here that I saw before. Hold on. Oh my god. I'm like freaking Indiana Jones. Hold on. Ah, how are you gonna deal with this? Look at this. She's a beauty. Alright, this is decent. This is where we're gonna make our stand. As a matter of fact, there's a little corner over there I can stand. Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. It is pretty deep here. There has to be something on the bottom there. Let me see if I can. Oh, crap. It is pretty. There's a bit of a ravine here. Hold on, guys. Let me just jump over. Oh, I already walked into somebody's braid. Let's go over here. All right. This looks pretty decent. We can fish here. All right. Let's make ourselves comfortable. How's it going, Demon? What are you up to, man? It is a little loud here. Huh. What was the last time you've been pike fishing? Let's see. Yeah, the stream should be good. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get my trusty Coleman. I like the fact that in this spot there's not much crap. So we can, let me put all my license back so nobody can bother us. Oh, I got you. Do you use top water or are we using live bait? Look what I got today, chicken liver. It's the stream favorite. Most disgusting bait ever, but let's use it, right? It is a little loud here. Sorry about that. I have these pieces of hot dog. I'm just going to use them for chum. I don't have any other use for them. Nice. You use the top water for the pike, or do you use what did you use for pike? I'm just gonna use these as chum. I didn't make chum today. Unfortunately, I did not. Maybe we'll attract some sucker fish. The only thing I don't like about this place is it's gonna be quite loud here because we're next to a major highway. Jeez. Hey, what's going on, Trout Raiders? I don't know how today's gonna go, but this is technically trout stock water. There should be trout around here. Oh, I see them. I just saw a trout. Okay, we might be in business. We might catch some trout here. I don't know how pressured they are, though. You know how that goes. But we might get one. I didn't bring my net today, but we could just bring him in here and deal with him. I'm just gonna chunk because I want to catch. Maybe we'll catch a suckerfish. You never know. Hold on. I did bring chicken livers today to appease the crowds. All right, let's just toss it out there. I'll keep this bag just in case I find some interesting lures. Mm. All right, so how's it going, everybody? Hey, what's going on, Paul? How you going? How's it going, Fisherman 7635? I'm trying to catch anything that bites. We're gonna try to catch a trout, but there should be suckerfish, eel, catfish, bass, a bunch of species here. We'll see what happens. I know exactly what's gonna happen to me, so I'm just gonna take this branch down. Just with my luck. Oh no! Almost got me. That's a poison ivy branch. You see that? You see those 3 leaves? Yeah, that's a bozo no-no. Yes, I put it in warm water. How you doing, Jim? Paul, thanks for joining the stream. I hope the quality's okay. I think it is, because I drove past this spot. I've never fished here before in the live stream, and I actually really never fished here before myself. So I drove past this spot. I wish I had my boots today, but whatever. We're just gonna deal with it. Here's what we're gonna start with. I don't know why I put this thing on. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna separate my rods here. I don't know. I was stretching my I put my line in the water yesterday, so I actually, jeez. See, that's why this might not be the best spot. Let's try this. That lure doesn't do anything, I think, but I just had it laying around, and I just threw it on because after I was done putting the line in the water. Yeah, this spot can be a little tricky. Hold on, guys. I already see somebody's line hanging up on the tree there. Yeah, the poison ivy is that's a bozo no-no. But I brought chicken liver with me today just in case. I brought some worms, and we're just gonna have fun. There's actually like this is a wide space here, so if I throw in the whatever the worms for, I'm gonna, hold on. I actually got these a long time ago on Amazon, and the ones that are colored like a perch catch fish. Everything else, especially the orange color, doesn't really work. I'm gonna cast it out one more time just to stretch the line out a little bit. Yeah, so I did put my line in 120-degree water this morning. Yeah, today might be one of those streams, right? I do remember. That was one of my best streams. That's not the spot though. That's a different spot. It's a different bridge. I caught those under. Actually, I caught eel and a suckerfish on 2 different streams. One was really close to my house, and the other one was about a 40-minute walk in. But this spot is not too far away from the trout spot where we caught. This is about a mile away from the trout spot where we caught 3 trout last week. Was it last week? I think it was last week. All right, that's the last cast with that. Man, this place is loud. How bad is the noise? I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh, by the way, I have great news. So apparently YouTube approved my monetization request, which is kind of funny. So I just wanted to say, hold on, you know. So yeah, I did apply for monetization, and they did approve me. So hats off to you. Thanks for supporting me. I don't want no donations. I mean, unless you really want to, but I don't care about that stuff. But maybe I'll make some. Maybe I'll make like $3 off my long form videos a month, and I can buy myself a can of worms. All right, one last cast. I have a spinner that you guys might like. What we're gonna do is we'll just cast in. Yeah, every time I throw it, it gets stuck on a leaf. That's another problem. I have a spinner, and I have two catfish rods or whatever, like the ones from yesterday. So let's throw those in with some worms, and we'll go and throw some spinners. And I have my broken. I have my broken presso rod just as a backup. All right, let's start. So one. We're gonna stick this one. Oh, you know what? I'm just thinking. Hold on, guys. I'm thinking out loud here. It's hard to find a spot here. Huh. It is so loud with all these trucks moving around. I did see a trout just go by. Not a big one. Hold on. Let's just throw a bunch of worms on these rods and throw them out there. If anything's going to bite, you never know. Like I said, this is the first time fishing this place. We're just going to go with worms. Uh, and I'm going to use another light rod to use spinners and trout magnets and whatever. I'm going to use that technique. All right, let's toss this guy out there. So we're going to have 3 rods today. I don't know what's going to bite, but hopefully it's something decent. If I catch a big sucker fish today, I'm taking it home. I'm just going to make that statement. Okay. One. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are writing. Yeah, Lion does look smooth, right? Hey, what's going on, Aiden Rivers? Jim, let me answer that question real quick. I might try to run out of the house tomorrow, but I have a lot of, like, I worked this morning till 5 a.m., so I'm, like, barely alive. I might try tomorrow, but we have a lot of leaves coming down. If I can run out to Sandy Hook to do some saltwater fishing, I'll do it. But I don't want to, like, drive into a tree going there. So that's just my honest response. Oh, parent teacher conference is nice. So our parent teacher conferences are, when are our parent teacher conferences? They are in 10 days. Oh, that's nice that you tie flies. That's pretty cool. You must know what you're doing. I would probably never be able to do that. All right, let me throw this out there. Hold on, guys. Oh, look, should we? I have chicken liver with me, but I don't know if I'm ready to use it yet. I don't want to get my hands all dirty. Hold on. We're just gonna eat this out there, and then we'll put a spinner on one of the rods and go have fun. In Jersey, you can have up to 3 rods in the water, so we're gonna maximize our chances of catching something. All right. All right. If we do catch something big on this, I forgot one of my rod holders at home. But you know what I can probably just do? Don't judge me, but I'm just gonna rest it here and hope for the best. Hold on. Let me pull the line up. You can judge me. All right. It's a Facebook Marketplace cardinal rod that I bought for like $5. Let's see what you guys write. Nice, Aaron Rivers. That's cool, man. Yeah, Demon is our resident expert. In Poland, I think you guys also can't fish for them in the spring. Here in the States, you can fish for fish during spawning time, but in Poland, it's strictly forbidden, I think, and the rest of Europe, at least from what I remember. And they're pretty crazy about that stuff. Here's what we can do. I should have trout magnets with me. Hold on. Yeah, I have them. All right. Let's tie on a. Hold on. Let me see what else I have for you. Yeah, I grabbed this rooster tail. This color works really well. Let me just take a. I'm gonna tie it on my ultralight, and we'll go. Maybe we'll be able to snatch a trout. You never know. They're definitely around here, but they're all pressured. So you know. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'll take a video of this. Yeah. Wow. It's clumsy. All right. Let's put it on this rod, and let's toss it out there. You're saying the same fishing reel? Yeah, the Iowa Presso, or are you talking about the Fluger President? So yeah, this what's his name? The Trout Raiders guy. I don't know his name, but this morning, I took off my bails off my reels, and I put them in warm water for about 20-30 minutes. I mean, to be honest with you, I just left the house and I came back. They were sitting in the water for a while, and the line looks pretty straight. Look at this. Because yesterday it was like a phone. It was like a phone line, like the old phone coil line. You guys probably don't. Most of you don't know what that is. But look, it's pretty straight. It's pretty nice. So it worked. I don't know how long, but for now it worked. Yeah. So we're gonna go with this rooster tail. No, your dad's not mean. Your dad is a dad, and my kids also say I'm mean and grumpy. Your dad is a good man. Never say bad things about your pops. If he's around and he taught you how to tie flies, that's a better man than me, dude. So, you know, my kid still complains that every time we go, I'm grumpy. But he broke he lost some of my best lures, so that's why. Every dad tries his best. Yeah. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Hold on. I hate tying on rooster tails because you see today I'm not wearing my gloves. You get to look at my big ugly hands. Hold on. All right, we tied it on. Give me a sec. Let me check the knot strength. Let me cut off a piece. And if we travel, I'm gonna show you some dude was here. There's braid all over the place here. There's like 20-pound braid. I don't know what he was trying to do with it, but give me a second, guys. I'm assuming it was a dude doing that. Hold on. What I like about my chest pack, Okeechobee chest pack, comes with this. You see this thing? You can just pop it on. That's the $15 Okeechobee Fats chest pack I got from Walmart. All right, let's try it. I'm going to try throwing them from here, and then we'll go further down. So we're going to throw a rooster tail. All right, and hopefully we're not going to get into any leaves. See how many leaves are on the ground? Okay. And now the culprit is I do not have a net today. But the way trout has been biting, I might not need one. But if I do, that's my fault. Jump over to this rock. Ruben Flores. All right. I gotta kind of watch my back here. It's a little strange. A little bit of a strange spot here. Do you guys, when you use rooster tails, do you like to float them like eight like a little bit off the surface, or do you like to let them go deep? Oh no, almost fell. Hey, what's going on, Drac? Drac Outdoors? That's nice. I'll check it out, man. I'll give you a sub. I've been working on getting my kids' channel restored on YouTube, and if I do get it restored, I'm probably gonna not let him use his channel for 6 months because he doesn't listen. All right. Yo, Rania, dude, I didn't know you were like a celebrity in the fishing world. I'm like honored to have you. Ronnie's he'll probably outfish all of us in this chat. Oh, I just look at me. I got a big one. I got a big boy leaf. I wish I could eat it. Hold on, Rania, man. I watched that YouTube video. That's awesome, dude. And I that place that that you fished at, now it's closed based on the comments. If you Big shout out to Ranyo's Outdoors. He's a master fisherman. He actually went to what Ranyo did is he went. That's a classy move. He went to a no limit lake. That's a paid lake, and caught like 40 catfish. And the people tried to kick him out, and he ended up on the news, which is pretty hilarious. But it's pretty awesome too because he was absolutely right. If you say you got a no limit lake, and a dude comes catches 40 fish, you can't change the rules. That's kind of like childish and kind of scammy. Yeah, no, you can. Um, you let your nana talk to you into creating a channel for fishing. Well, listen, uh, good luck to you. You might be the next. You might be the next PewDiePie. All right, quiet it down. Yeah, not much action here. I mean, I'm hoping for a sucker fish, but or an eel, but I don't see any of them in the water. And this rooster tail is not doing much. Hmm. I don't want to cast it over my lines, but I kind of want to. Hold on. Maybe I can run it across. And hold on. Nah. No, we're not crappie fishing today. I was crappie fishing, what, 2 days ago? We caught some, but today I'm just. This is technically a trout stocked water, but I don't see any trout. You know what, guys? Let's go for a little walk. Maybe we'll do some cleaning and we'll find some lures hanging off the tree. I already found enough trash to take home to fill up my whole bag if I don't catch any fish. Give me a sec. I don't even know what kind of beer that is. See that can right there? Let's go and walk around a little bit. I saw somebody's braid just hanging out. Hold on. It's a bit of a tight spot here. Oh, dude. Somebody's going to break their femur here one day. Look at this. That's just straight down drop. Check this out. We got a. Dude, I don't know what this guy was trying to catch, but that's like 20-pound braid. There's no fish here that big. Next thing you know, blue heron's gonna be down with this one. Hold on. Oh wait, guys, we're getting free stuff, boys. I'm telling you, this is. I do not make this stuff up. This is typical Jersey. Look, like did this guy just rage quit? Look, you got free stuff. Handline. This is just all the time here. If you ever see my shorts, you'll see me finding like expensive lures all over the place. Look at this scavenger hunt, man. All right, let's put it in my chest bag. Hold on. All right. Well, got some free braid. So my lines are over there. I'm not sure. Maybe I should move them here, but they're kind of like right on the bridge entrance. Hey, what's going on, DCP? Hi, Aiden Rivers. Thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate you. And yeah, keep making those lures. You might get so good one day, you're gonna make a business out of it. How's it going, DCP? Hey, speaking of DCP, can you guys, if you hear me and you appreciate my channel, DCP needs 5 more subs so he can go live. If you guys don't mind, I'd appreciate it. I just want to give this dude a shout out. He's a local to me too. Uh, if I ever get arrested by Secret Service by fishing too, oh, look at that! Look at that bird. You see that? That's a gigantic hawk, and I've seen him catch trout before. Yeah, if you guys can help DCB get to those 50 subs, Grand Piorco will greatly appreciate you. Like I said, if Secret Service ever ever arrests me for fishing too close to the Trump National, you guys can watch DCP. You're gonna see him fish the same waters. All right, but yeah, we're about like 2 miles away from Trump National right now. Ah, crap. Hold on. This is the rooster tail I'm using. Here. All right, let's get a better fishing spot. Hold on. I didn't bring my polarized glasses today, but I don't see any fish. Yeah, every cast with a spinner is basically like every cast is a leaf. Let me see. All right, thanks, Drac. What I was gonna say. Let's try giving a rooster tail a twitch. Actually, when I fish with spoons in the ocean, I always give them a little jig, and that's what actually gets the fish excited. Hold on, I'm just checking my other lines. Next thing you know, we're gonna get a big one. All right, let me. DCP, I'm fishing right next to 202, 206. If you keep going down this river, you're gonna enter some private waters. And there's a private club called Fiddler's Elbow, and they have a trout fishing club, and they do suck brown trouts. But they cannot go there because they don't have $200,000 for the initiation fees. If you guys don't mind, just drop me 200 grand. We'll go fishing there. Jersey has some very expensive golf clubs. This is where all the blue bloods are. So basically, every cast right now leads me into a leaf. I don't know if I'm boring you guys to death with this. I'm going to try to let it drop a little deeper. Because basically my line always falls on the leaf, and eventually that leaf gets dragged. How annoying is the sound? Is the sound of the truck still annoying to you guys or not? I apologize for that. Yeah, I was telling DCP yesterday. Once you had hit 50 subs, it's gonna take at least 5 days because YouTube really doesn't have clear statistics on your videos or on your channel up until 5 days later. That's how they collect data, because there's also a lot of fake bot accounts that they then obviously remove, and that affects how many views you got and all that stuff. So usually at least it's gonna take 5 days. And thanks guys, thanks for helping out DCP. I actually never thought I was gonna get past 1,000 subs. All right, let's keep throwing the spinner. I'm gonna keep moving. Maybe we'll find some other lures hanging off the trees. My casted rod, both of my rods are kind of dead. Let's throw the spinner a little bit. We'll come back and recast them. Let me throw one more time over here. But at least we got a free bobber and a sinker and enough braid to tie up a victim. Oh shit. Okay, I just casted it in the tree. God damn it! Oh, came out. My bad. I didn't mean to. I don't mean to say bad words. That line is it flies off the reel a little bit too good, thanks to the advice I got yesterday. Just gonna let it sink a little bit. All right, here's what we're gonna do. And I have my presso rod. It actually has this jig made by a guy I follow on YouTube. His name is iFish. I'll show it to you. It's a really nice. It's only a gram though. It's for ultralight fishing, but he makes these and they're really good. I have no relationship to him, but he's just a good dude. I follow him for all his. See, it says right here, iFish. Really good ultralight jig heads. I think 5 of them sell for like $4, but they're probably the sharpest ones you're gonna buy. I think he uses Daiwa hooks, and I have that on my presso rod. Give me a second. See right here. See how small this is? But you can. It does not bend. All right. Ugh. You know what? Let's throw the Trout magnet a little bit. Maybe we'll get something while I'm in a good position. Yeah, so the line is straight. What I did with my line today, I took the bail off. Huh. I took the bail off on both of my reels. Both of them are the same Legalis reel. And I put them in warm water. All right, let's throw a Trout magnet on. And if it's... let's go with white. I should have never put gamma cuts or hooks in here. Okay. Look, I'm going to make a nice pretty little grub. Nice and slow. Go down the middle. Look, it is like little men with two little feet. All right. I mean, I would eat that if I was a fish. Let's try it. It's only a gram. But look, flies. And he also makes 1.5 gram and 2 gram. You just slowly reel it. Yeah, yeah, zero action on my casted in rods. Kind of sad. I'll let it sink a little deeper. Yeah, I'll try them. Trout Raiders. Like I said, I do not like to ask people for things, so please don't say. I'm going to say in front of everybody. Do not send me a lot of stuff. Use it for yourself, but send me like send me 5 of your favorite plastics, and maybe give me 2 pieces or something. I don't want you to go out of your way. Um, and I'll give you an address. I don't like to mooch for people. Actually, the green ones that you make look pretty promising for ultralight fishing. I bought some crawdads, but they never worked. I bought some crawdads off of Amazon, and I put them on trout magnet hooks. They're a little extended, and they never worked for some reason. It's pretty upsetting. Okay. Oh man, I thought I had a fish on. I got so excited. That was a nice big leaf. Look at this. Like on Dive Presso, when you have a leaf like this, it feels like you have even a Dive Presso with a missing tip. It feels like you have a nice little bluegill. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks, SB Bros. What's going on? What's going on? I didn't see you, SB Bros. Man, you're blowing out my chat. I didn't see it. The chat just disappeared from me. Thanks. Congratulations on having 150 subs. Yeah, once you live stream, you'll get a lot of subs, but you're not gonna get a lot more engagement. You will get it's interesting. Well, you guys will see. All of you will get subs. The ones that want to have a YouTube channel. Subs really don't matter much because if nobody, like I told you, I got 2,000 subs now, but the views on my shorts actually went down. I feel like the way the algorithm works is they'll take away whatever. I'm repeating myself from yesterday, but whatever views they gave you for the live stream, they'll remove those views off your shorts and long form videos. It's almost like a zero sum game sometimes. You basically have to keep doing YouTube every day. It's like a prison. Yeah, you're right, Rania. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying. I yeah. I'll try it. Like I said, this jig head. It's this. I bought all of these from a guy I follow, and man, it is great. He makes them. I think he makes them in China, but he uses Daiwa hooks. and they stay sharp all the time. All right, let's try a different color. Let's try a green grub. But iFish is like a master ultralight fisherman. All he does is fish for bluegill. That's why it's actually called BG1. It's bluegill one. He's a little bit dry, but he makes long videos. But he's definitely an expert in his field. All right. Oh, that actually kind of looks good. Look at this. Look at this thing. I mean, I'd eat that. Let's try it. Uh, let's see where I can cast it. It's amazing how far it flies on this dial So just 1 gram. I already picked up a leaf. But they make the ones that look like a little bug with little feet. Those I think have better action. But it's all dependent. It depends where you're fishing and how good the conditions are. Here in Jersey, conditions are pretty terrible, and we're fishing in the middle of the day. Hmm. All right, let's travel a little bit. Okay, last cast here. Let me just. I had a question for those of you live stream. Can I actually put a like a pinned message in my own live stream? Can I actually type in my own live stream? Because I still haven't figured out if I can or not. I know I'm slow, but let me actually try that. Hold on, guys. Man, the wind is unforgiving today. Hold on. Yeah, I should use a tap tap method. How you doing, Habibi? Let me see if I can just. I don't know how to type in my own chat. Hold on. Uh, yeah, I still haven't figured out how to type in my own chat. That sucks. I gotta figure that out. Maybe I can pin the message for SB Bros. Yeah, I don't think I can. All right, let's keep moving. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop the nonsense. One more cast. One more cast. I'm just happy to be out there. Really, I know that. I think that's what every fisherman says, but I'm gonna crash so hard tonight when I get home. I'm so sleepy. Uh, huh. Oh, this is tough. Let's switch up a color to pink and travel. Actually, you know what? Let's not switch the color. Let's travel first and then we'll switch the color. How about that? There's a huge hawk flying around here hunting the trout. And I saw him with a trout 2, 3 days ago. That's another guy trying to fish. All right, let's move. Hopefully nobody wrecks my stuff. Oh my god. That's a really loud inline 6 diesel. I think it's a diesel. All right. What do you guys think about this spot? Huh. Looks picture perfect. Let's see how it fishes. I can't really use a bobber here because I'm just gonna pick up every single leaf in the water. Let me jump down here real quick. All right. All right. Uh, I think this was the first time I was able to pull a spinner through without picking up leaves. Give it a twitch. I actually once caught a nice sized largemouth by twitching a spinner. What the hell was that? I think something dropped from a tree. Wow. Yeah, I think the fact that I put some of the line in hot water, it um it definitely helped it out. It's definitely straight now. I'm not sure for how long, but at least it's good for today. Ouch. Yeah, there's a huge problem with using a spinner right now. You basically pick up every leaf. Let me do one more cast and take a break from that. So yeah, not wearing my gloves today. I really don't like to expose my skin to the sun, but it is what it is. Sheep. Let's see what you guys write in the comments real quick. Hold on. Yeah, good luck with that. All right. I still don't know how to use like the drop shot you talk about. I've used drop shot before out of a kayak, but I don't know how to use that otherwise. Hold on, let's do a Q&A. Chat messages. And I don't know what kind of question to ask. Let's take a. I don't want to learn right now because I got to fish. I don't want to. But I'll hit you up in I'll hit you up in a private message because I don't do well with learning. Let me tell you that. I'm very slow. Every time somebody wants to teach me something, I get PTSD from college. Grand Purka spent 9 years in college and ended up working as an Uber driver. So that just tells you how good I am at learning. Um, yeah, but the only drop shot I ever heard was was like it's you use a tungsten weight and you use it out of a kayak or obviously a boat. Let's use a pink grub. Let's use the lighter pink. Maybe it'll work better. Oh, hold on. There you go. Discord link. Yeah. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. I thought YouTube was gonna completely kill off my live streams, but I noticed that the views picked up a little bit. Uh, Trout Raiders, if you want, put up a message and I'll read it. I probably won't be able to do it on live because what kind of weight do I need? I don't have a lot of stuff with my tackle box right now. Yeah, just tell us how you do drop shot, and I can promise you I'll try it on live. You did help me out a lot. I just Dude, there's so many. Look at where I'm fishing. It's kind of tough today. That's why I'm a little frustrated. Let me let me try the pink grub. I probably would have done better today if I brought that magnet I bought for magnet fishing. We probably would have caught at least 20 lures today. Just absolutely no action. It's amazing. Even with a trout magnet. Usually at least you get a little bluegill. It's just so dead. But yeah, I do have to give credit to Trout Raiders. He helped me straighten out the line on these rods, and the line definitely casts better now. It's perfectly straight right now. I don't know how long it's gonna stay straight, but I think just for today, it'll definitely still stay straight. Nah, it's absolutely dead. Nothing's happening. All right, let's go check our rods because I kind of left them there. All right, let's go check our other rods. I did find a bottle here. We're gonna take that home with us. Obviously, it was really hard for this person to do it, so we'll help them out. That's our first catch of the day, other than a bobber we found. Oh, dude, I'm too old for this. You guys think I can jump up on here? This is like a, hold on. This is either gonna be really good or really bad. And we're gonna attempt to jump. Oh man, whew. Okay. The old man still got it. All right, all right. The Indiana Jones is back. Jeez. Hold on. Ah, yeah, things are pretty bad. So my two rods are right there. There's not much action going on. If you guys don't know how to stream, you just gotta double tap the. Sheesh. Hold on. This just came down from a tree. Double tap the screen. I don't know how this happened. Give me a second. All right. Absolutely zero action. And see, you would want to grab one of those vines to come down, right? But that's poison ivy. I'm just going to leave my rods here so I'm not dragging them downstairs. See more trash here. I got to grab on the way out. Absolutely nothing. Like, absolutely nothing touched that. That is so depressing. Look, like, if you were a fish, wouldn't you want to eat that? Uh, oh, the. All right. Let's see if this will be any better. Hi, Ivan. Use the size 8 hook. Put the line through the back of the hook. Put like. Got it. Okay, so see, it seems easy to you, but I have no idea how to do that. So what I'm going to do is tool springs. I'm going to take a screenshot of what you just said to me. I'm going to do it off the live stream because, like I said, I am a very slow person. I have no idea how to follow through with that. So I'll do it off the stream, and I'll send you a picture if I do it correctly. Yeah, not very good with directions. Um, Let me just. Should I leave one of these under the bridge? I don't even know. Yeah, there's like nothing's happening. Look, it's a giant piece of worm dangling, and we're in late October. Shouldn't the fish be eating right now to get into the winter season? It's crazy. All right, change up a spot. Just cast it out in the middle of everything. Hmm. Hold on. Let me see. We're fishing for whatever bites, Ivan. Right now, I'll take anything. I'll even take a squirrel. Yeah, hold on. So it's just like any other hook tie, just extra line and then back through the front of the eye and hook it. Huh. Oh, I see what you're saying. I get it. Now I get it. But the problem is, I don't see any fish out here. Now I understand. I've done that before. So you basically keep an end of a line. What Trout Raiders is saying is like, now I got it. See, I'm super slow. You basically have a hook, and you leave like a little pigtail, and to the pigtail, you basically tie your hook on. But instead of leaving a little bit of line at the end of the hook, you leave a long pigtail, and then to that pigtail you tie a weight. I know how to do that, but today I don't see a point of doing that because there's just like I already have all these lines out there, and there's nothing happening. So what do you fish with a drop shot? Do you fish it with it as a trout magnet, or how do you do it? I do like that method. Maybe we'll try it. The other question is, what kind of weight do I use? I don't have a weight to tie like that. I know exactly what you're talking about, though. We're fishing in Jersey. Yeah, there's definitely bluegills out here. Ivan, we got a big problem, though, man. Nothing's biting. I'm here with 4 rods. Usually we'll catch fish in the lake, but today I decided to go out to a new spot, and There's fishing line everywhere. There's beer cans everywhere, but there's no fish, and that's a real problem right now. I feel like I'm laying you guys down. I got it. Yeah, Tool Springs. Now I know exactly what you're talking about. So, what's his name? Demon is absolutely right. That's exactly how people fish for perch, even in Jersey. That's people fish for perch like that in winter here. Yeah, I'm not gonna try it now because I really don't have I don't have a weight for it. It's just kind of upsetting how dead the fishing is right now. Hold on, I don't even know what to use. I don't know why it came here. I figured it was going to be a little bit better. I figured there'd be some rock bass or like a bluegill, but it's just dead. Huh. All right, let me grab a worm. I'm going to stop complaining. Let me make sure my rag is out. There's absolutely no action. Not even the sucker fish. All right, let's go travel a little bit more again. The fish is just so lethargic. Yeah, it is fishing, not catching. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah, Tuli. So I actually bought drop shot weights before. I bought I didn't buy the lead ones. I bought the, are they nickel or, no, tungsten, tungsten. I bought tungsten ones. So I tried it and it never works for me. But like I said, I am slow. So probably work for everybody else. But I specifically went out, I studied all those YouTube videos. I bought the tungsten drop shot weights, and they're actually cool because they have that little clip that if you pull the line up, if you get stuck, you can pull the line out and not break off the hook. I bought those weights. I went out on a kayak. I tried them for like a couple hours. Then I tried them off the bank, and I've never caught a fish on them. I think I lost like two of the tungsten weights. They were super pricey, and I was like, I'm not doing this again because it's just like not financially feasible. But I do remember fishing with a drop shot. I will try it again. I promise, just not today. How about tomorrow? If I stream tomorrow and I'm not going to be at the ocean, I'll try the drop shot. Because I think takes the average person to learn 5 minutes, and the live stream probably take me an hour. I do remember tying them. Ugh. All right, that's a good cast. I'm feeling it. If there's a trout there, man, come on. Yeah, I got a big one, guys. You see that? Big leaf. Whole lot of nothing. So here's the problem with the ocean fishing. I would take you ocean fishing tomorrow if I'm not like sleep deprived. The problem is the striper is not here yet. Technically, you're not supposed to fish for fluke. So, I mean, there's not much I can keep casting like I'm doing now, but I'm probably not going to catch much. I don't want to bore you guys to death. And there's trout out here. I saw them going out of the bridge, but they just absolutely have zero interest, like always. All right, let's regroup. What's going on, Habibi friends? Habibi friends, please stop spamming. I did try it near the bridge. What I was gonna say, Palomar not? Gotcha. Thank you, Habibi. So yeah, Tool Springs. I promise you. Next time we're going live fishing, I'm gonna have a drop shot. I'm actually gonna find those tungsten weights. They're somewhere in my garage. I remember I lost a couple of them, and I was like, I gotta pass on the rest to my kids because they were so pricey. So I have them. I have the actual tungsten drop shot weights. and I'll find them, and we will be drop shot fishing. So when look at that, look at that giant bird. That's not a turkey vulture. Oh, he's coming over. He's going right above. Look at that. That's a giant ass hawk. I mean, we're just gonna say that's a giant hawk. You saw him? I saw that bird with a trout last time. Even he can get a fish. I appreciate it. Neighborhood hillbilly, please summon at least 100 eels, man. Nothing makes me happy like an eel. I know it's super weird, but my little kid, my 7-year-old, he's now 7, and he's absolutely loves eels. He likes, eels stay alive forever. So when I bring them home, they're still alive. He plays with them, and then he goes, "Okay, now you cook him." And I smoke them in a wood smoker I have, and he absolutely loves them. For him, it's like ice cream. I don't know, the kid's weird, but I love him. And same for me. I'll smoke an eel and I'll eat them. They're good eating. All right, hold on. I might be going over my line here. You know what we have a good chance of catching, though? We have a good chance of catching a suckerfish. Because I know they're here and I know they're big. As a matter of fact, if you guys want, we can end this and we can go to the trout spot. And there's a gazillion suckerfish out there. How about this? What is it now? 110. Let's make a deal. If I catch nothing in the next 20 minutes, we're going to reel up. We're going to clean up some trash. And I know there's a spot 5 minutes away from here. There's a gazillion suckerfish there. We can catch a couple. You can see them from the. You can see them from the walkway. Yeah, nothing. It's dead. If we went to that lake I always fish at, we probably already have like 10 fish. Oh man, what's going on, Gilles? Ça va, Gilles? Great. Hey, that's actually funny you say that. But you know what? In Jersey, you're allowed to bowfish certain species. Like I can actually show up here with a bow and arrow, like without getting arrested, and just shoot some suckers in the water. If I hit the lottery, or I'll buy a bow and arrow, like one of those bow fishing setups, and we'll go fishing for eel for sucker fish. So in Jersey, you're allowed to fish for carp, eel, sucker fish, and some other fish. There's certain species of fish you're allowed to bow fish in Jersey, which is kind of cool. But I bet you if I show up with a bow and arrow 2 miles away from Trump National, that's going to be the last stream. That's going to be the last time Grumpy Orca is going to stream. I'm probably going to get popped by a Secret Service agent. But yeah. But there is a rule that you're allowed to fish with bow and arrow in Jersey, or at least with a bow fishing setup. No, Ivan. Yeah, I like. Listen, I would go bow fishing for carp because I've seen them. Those suckers are big, and I can only imagine what kind of fight you can get if you get a carp on a bow. That's awesome. That makes for a good YouTube video, right? I've seen a guy actually in Jersey. There's a lake called Spruce Run. Actually in this river there's carp. There's a big lake where there's a dude. He found them, a bunch of them, and he killed at least like 10. Would have, and people were complaining, but technically carp are pretty invasive. So as far as I see it, no harm. There's no limit on carp in Jersey, and I've seen them. There's some big fish. All right, this is getting very. The frustration is building. Frustration Nation is here. We've been fishing for what? We've been fishing for an hour and 10 minutes, and we got nothing. Usually, by that time, I have a fish, or at least like last stream was like we had like 6 fish in the first 20 minutes. Twitch, twitch, twitch. This is a little ridiculous. Nice. I'm fishing in the Raritan River. There's a couple of dudes fishing downstream from me. But yeah, here. That's all I'm using. Trout magnet. Wow. This certainly is frustrating. Let's see. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's try using a bobber. At least I'll show you guys how to put a bobber on. For those of you that don't know. Here. This is just a trout magnet bobber you can buy at Walmart. You just open it up. There's like a little slit here for this fishing line. So you open it up. You put the line through it. You get a little bit of weight. And that's it. You see how fast that was? And there you go. Nah. The leaves are too strong today, my friend. You guys want to walk to that lake we fish sometimes? The one where I found the garbage can last time? There's a bunch of catfish in there. Maybe we should fish that. There's also snapping turtles there. Maybe we should do that. I feel like I'm boring the stream to death today. Yeah, this is just no bueno. It is absolutely no bueno. Nah. Yeah, using a bobber is like terrible. Um, how you doing, Bob and Doreen? Yeah. Well, I had 250 people in the live stream because Grumpy Orca was catching something. All we're catching today is leaves. What kind of leaves do you got? What one today? Do you want the oak leaf or do you want the maple leaf? I'm taking requests now. I'm desperate. I can also get you a red oak if you ask me nicely. There's one swimming right there. All right, you know what? Let's stop this nonsense. Let's go to the lake. At least we'll catch some bluegills. Let's go to the lake. I'm sorry, guys, but today not very productive. It's gonna be about probably like a 6-7 minute walk. If you can stick with me, we can talk about something. Let's get out of here. I'm not keeping any fish today, so I can put some trash in my bag that we find. Ugh. Let's reel up. But yeah, so I tried the spinner for the first, like, when I came here. When we're going back, I'm gonna stop a few times and try the spinner. I have it on my other reel, but DCP is to say you fished this spot. I mean, very so you fished basically quarter mile away from here. You know this spot. It's just the fish are here, but they're just dead in the water. Shouldn't be using that word on YouTube. Next thing you know, I'll get nobody on my stream. Yeah, see, it was just the worms been hanging out in the river for over an hour and got nothing. All right, let me come down here. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna reel up real quick, and we're gonna get out of here. Man, the complaining doesn't stop with me today. Who wants to leave? This one, it's a maple. Yeah, man, this is crazy. All right, I found an empty. Oh, hey, Demon, this one's for you. Tiska. It says made in Poland. So this can came all the way here, and the guy forgot to take it home. I'm gonna throw it in my bag. This old bag. Do you like this beer? Polish people? All right. Well, unfortunately, the guy that drank it here, first of all, that's illegal. Second of all, forgot to clean it up. Not very nice. All right, I'm building up my karma points right now by cleaning up. That's how I fish, guys. If I don't catch any fish, I start cleaning up trash to build up my karma points. All right. See, that was quick. Let's get out of here. All right. Let's have better luck somewhere else. Do we take everything? I think so. All right. For people that are in the stream right now, we're going to be fishing very soon, but I apologize for boring you. We're going to go to a new spot. Just going to make sure I didn't forget anything. No, I think we're good. Let's go. We're just going to do a little bit of Indiana Jones right now. See, I have the spinner ready. All right. Just can't tangle these rods. See? All right. Pause. Yeah, unfortunately, Dave, you're absolutely right. And I feel like people that do pollute, it's like when I worked in emergency services, I ran into a lot of broken people, and we had a saying in emergency services: "Hurt people, hurt people." So usually, people that are doing this kind of stuff, I usually, something bad happened to them. Eesh. Well, this is how bad the drought is. This is usually a little stream here. It's completely dry. I have to jump over it in the spring. I'm just walking through it right now. Ouch. Ouch. Goddamn rose bushes. See this? This is what I gotta deal with. Alright, once again, I apologize for boring you. We're almost there. How's it going? Positive vibes. We're changing spots. We've been fishing for about an hour and got zero fish. Everybody left the stream. Only the true fans remain. We're going to try a different spot. We're trying to build up our positive karma. I can fish for another hour, so. That was pretty bad. Let me check this real quick, because they definitely stock trout here. You see? Hmm. 1 second. Let me throw a spinner here a couple of times. With my trusty Shakespeare micro series. Alright. I'm not hoping for much, but maybe. I'm not wearing my polarized glasses today, so I don't see anything. I'm like Ray Charles right now. Just casting it out there. Okay. How did I do that? I just cast it in and I got snagged. It's amazing. Alright, well, I'm not losing a spinner, so here we go. How did that happen? You see, the water is basically, what, 7, 8 inches. Nah, this is just pointless. The water's so shallow. It's extremely shallow. I don't think there's any fish here. Is the stream quality still okay? Nah, that's what we're dealing with right now. Wait fish. I might as well walk away. You're not wrong about that. I am wearing my Costco shoes, so I might twist my ankle. I cannot get injured in the next 8 days because I gotta take my family somewhere. Oh my god. Huh. I do see a hole right there. Let's walk up there real quick, and maybe there's something there. Yeah, I was not prepared to wade through the river, as you can see, but my spinner got stuck. Like, if I was a trout, I'd be chilling right there, right? Let's try it. As soon as I cast, I'm basically snagging against something. So it's just the water's so shallow, and I see zero fish. All right, let's go. Let's keep going up the river. Or should we try? Still want to get my rod stolen. Hold on. No, I see no fish. This is just super shallow. They're probably all sitting under the bridge where we were fishing. All right, let's go back. Jim, I don't save trout eggs. My father-in-law goes salmon fishing, and he actually prepares salmon eggs. But trout eggs, if I have a lot of them, what I do is I'll sometimes it's a very like it's a delicacy for certain people. So if I have a lot, I don't want to let them go to waste. I'll cook them up on a pan with like a little butter and garlic, and they're amazing. But some people will find that disgusting. So, but like I said, Gary, I don't have a fly. Nice. I didn't even know that chops get that big. Yeah, I think if I go fly fishing, uh, that'll be the last day I'm fishing. I don't trust myself with a fly. Hold on, let me. So yeah, to answer your question, Jim. Yeah, David Dallas. I almost came close to that. The spinner is 1/8 of an ounce. Shoop, 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 shoop. Yeah, so the spinner I was using is this one. It's 1/8 of an ounce. I forgot the company that makes it, but that color really works well in Jersey. I don't know what it is, but it works. That's the only one that catches me fish. That's the actually caught a rainbow last week on it. What's going on, Fred? What's going on, Fuzz? So I have a fly fishing rod, right? Just to respond to Gary. I don't know if he's still in the chat or he's still watching the stream, but I do have a fly fishing rod, but I've never used it. I bought it for my kid for his 12th birthday, and my father-in-law said that the learning curve is still a little steep for him because he has short, like he doesn't have patience like me. Same as me. The patience not there. So we decided to wait for a bit. So it's been sitting in my closet, but it's like one of those cheap combos from Walmart. I think it was like $70. I might try it because my kid said he doesn't want to try it yet. We'll see. We're doing pretty well. We're doing Grump York group therapy today. Join up. Can't catch any fish. You use salmon eggs in Michigan for trout. Yeah, I know people do that. So a lot of Jersey guys will go salmon fishing up north to the Pulaski River, and and they'll catch a salmon and they'll use the eggs, they'll freeze them, and they'll use them as trout bait. I know that people do that too. Yeah. I mean, Michigan waters are probably much better to fish than Jersey. Like I said, we've had the worst water conditions I've seen in the past 20 years. I've never seen it this bad. Never. Usually when I trout fish in the fall, it's always raining. The fish migrates. You can catch them all over the river. Right now, there's just deep holes with the river with the fish sitting in it, and there's like 5 guys fishing for the same fish. I mean, we've been through this last week. That's why we stopped trout fishing. DCP, does this look familiar to you? If you're still here? Hold on, let me cast the spinner real quick while I'm here. You never know. Maybe the chat's gonna go wild. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. P, were you struggling here too? When did you go? I forgot. Did you go? You went a couple of days ago. See, when I don't sleep, I get agitated easily and my memory doesn't work, which is both happening today. I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna grab my spinner. I know there's a fish right here. Like I said, I don't have a net, so. Oh, I see a baby bass. I see a baby largemouth. That's interesting. Nope, he doesn't even care. I just swam right in front of his mouth. All right, hold on. So I've seen. Oh, dude, there's a trout right here. Hold on. He's hiding. There's a trout right under that log. He's hiding from me. I promised myself I wasn't going to be trout fishing, but here I am. Here I am trout fishing. Yeah, they're still here. There's one under that log. I think it's the same trout I saw last week with a spinner and fin. Oh, God. Hold on, guys. 1 second. There's a couple of trout here, I think. I don't want to spook them too much. All right. If I do catch one, I'm going to take it home because they're not going to make not going to make it through the release. All right. Shh, maybe we'll get one. That'll be grumpy worker complaining for an hour and a half and catching a fish at the end. Oh yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. Let me show you something real quick. If you think crazy, this is the problem with trout fishing in Jersey. I made a short and somebody went after me for it. I'm gonna show you a dead fish right now, and I know exactly what happened there. So there's 2 trout right there just sitting. Uh, the spinner, they actually are afraid of my spinner. They just like dodged it. And there's a dead trout just laying there. And that's why we don't go trout fishing. Look, I'll show you the dead fish. I might as well just walk in there. One more cast. I don't know if you can see those rainbows, but they're right there. You see that dead fish? There's one rainbow right there. You see it? There's just a dead fish laying there because somebody caught it and released it incorrectly. And I've been seeing that all around. They're actually spooked by my spinner. They run away from it. There's 4 fish right there. Let me throw a. Should I try a trout magnet? What do you guys think? Before I go there and show you the dead fish, let me try a trout magnet real quick. Oh, Fuzz, I was actually watching Paul's live stream too. I didn't realize he was with his kid. I didn't know that. I thought he was by himself. That's awesome. Yeah, I was in his live stream. Yeah, the trout is dead. That's what happens here. That's the problem with Jersey right now. People catch trout and they release them, and those fish are so stressed out that they just end up dying. And I'd say 80% of the fish that was released died. So we're gonna throw the trout magnet in there real quick. Give me a second. There's 3 fish in there, but if I do catch one, I'll keep it. Oh, almost went down. Let me just take the bobber off. And there's one trout hiding right under that log. Maybe we can fix the stream, make it more exciting by trying to catch this poor trout. I bet you there was at least 10 people fishing for them today. I just saw a piece of power bait. Oh yeah, here it is. Just in case my trout magnet doesn't work, I'm gonna use this piece of power bait to throw in. I don't know whose power bait that is, but it's mine now. Hold on. All right, let's go get an opportunity location for them. All right, so there's 3 fish in front of me. I'd say there's about 5% chance of me catching them. Yeah, they just get spooked by the power. They get spooked by anything. They don't care anymore. They either have been caught and released, or they're too heavily pressured. All right, 2 more casts. My feet are already wet, so I might as well just wander in there. All right. I don't know if I cast into a tree. No, I'm in the water. All right, so here, I'll show you. You see, I'm not going to pick that fish up, but that's basically everywhere along the river. They're just dead all over. And somebody probably tried to be nice and release it, but didn't do it correctly. And there it is. It's kind of sad. There's a nice spot here I want to try. Maybe it'll catch one, you never know. All right. Let's try it. I'm doing what I said I wasn't going to do. I'm trout fishing. That's how bad my ADHD is. I'm just using a trout magnet, but I'm using that iFish 1 gram jig head hook. Nothing. 1 more cast and we'll be done. Nah. All right, let's go. Let's go fish the lake for some time and I'll be done today. Today I was defeated. I didn't want to lose my spinner. That's why I went in the river because I'm so I'm at this point kind of frustrated with fishing. But it's actually not that cold. It's about 65 degrees out right now. We've had a few warm days. But yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want my kid getting his feet wet right now. You love the view? Ronnie, dude, I honestly, well, no, I just feel bad for these fish, and I'm not like a world savior out here, but they really, and I'm not gonna rag against people that have more degrees than me, in terms of whether they should have stocked these fish here, but I still believe that they should have stocked all these fish into. I strongly believe they should have stocked these fish into Raton Valley. I mean the huge trout lakes that we have here. We have huge freshwater lakes, and instead, this fish is just dying in what, like 6, 8 inches of water. And they're getting. There was a kid fishing on Friday, and he didn't have a net. It was actually on my live stream. I went into the water and I landed the fish for him, and he caught a big one before he released. That one died, and he was going to release the other one too. And I just told him, like, listen, kid, you got hooked the fish. It's gonna die. Just give it to me if you don't want to take it. And he gave it to us. He was nice about it. And I mean, that fish was dead before he put it in the water. Uh, I'm looking for fish, but I don't see anything. At least you guys enjoy the view. DCP knows exactly where I am. Frustration Nation, my friend. There's one spot that nobody fishes. It's DCP. If you come here, you see the spot? Fish over there, like behind those bushes. There's a nice little ledge drop off where I caught my last trout here. I'm not even going there because I don't think there's a point. We are we're gonna be fishing in about 3 minutes. We're almost there, guys. Yes, you can definitely fish Asian carp. You gotta talk to Rania about that. He knows all about them probably. It's an invasive fish, and in some states they'll actually pay you to fish for them. That's how some guys make a living. They'll go out there. I forgot what state. It might actually be Michigan. There's a bounty placed on certain fish, and if you catch, there's a limit to how many you can catch a day or something. But they'll pay you a pretty good sum of money for every fish. And some guys make it into like a little side hustle. They go out and they catch these invasive fish, and the state pays them. Yeah, that is. I have two ultralights. That's a Daiwa Presso. That's a Shakespeare Micro Series. And the two other ones are like a medium rod and a bass rod. Oops, sorry. Uh, yeah, it's not expensive. The only thing I like to spend money on at this point is the reels. Um, I have to redo the guides on the bass rod, but the reels is I don't mind spending money on the reels because I use them every day. And rods, I'm still, I bought the Presso right 2 weeks ago. I started fishing with it. Everything it was the most expensive ultralight I bought. It was $70. Well, I broke off the tip 2 days ago, so that kind of broke my heart a little bit. But yeah, sometimes sometimes maybe it's not meant to be. All right, let's fish over here real quick. We can fish here for like 45, 50. Uh, Hello, look at this. These we have Canadians in the live stream. You guys know who these are? So there's actually a business in Jersey. A bunch of guys with kayaks. They'll go out and they they'll go out and they chase these guys out because they're Canadian geese. And yeah, Tool Springs. I'm gonna see. But anyways, those are Canadian geese, and they're not tasty. I think if it were in Poland, Ukraine, or Russia, they'd probably all get eaten. But in the United States, nobody eats them, and they're overpopulated. So we pay dudes like that go in a kayak and chase them out of the property and keep the property clear because their poop is everywhere. That's why I don't eat fish from these lakes, especially in the summer. The reservoir fish is good, but lakes like this one, no bueno. You got a fish? See that? Huh, how you doing, kid? See that? Grumpy orca on fish. Got you a little baby largemouth. You see? I told you I was going to catch something in this lake. It's like the smallest bass. Look at this guy. Hold on, let me zoom out. Let's let this guy go. But look, okay? Just so you don't have to say I didn't catch anything. That's the smallest bass ever. Okay, off he goes. And I got him on that trout magnet, pink. Wow, that's the first fish of the day after fishing for 2 hours. That's a little embarrassing. I'm sorry. All right. Thanks for the likes. Today I'm just like, I think I take you guys to a new spot, but it is a little hard, you know. All right, let's go. This is where we caught that suitcase. Oh, dude, they took it. It's gone. Remember we caught a garbage can? We placed it by that. We placed it right there by the bench. It was there 2 days ago, but the guys picked it up. All right, might catch a crappie here. There's a ton of crappie. Nice and slow. All right, the skunk is off. We got a fish. That's pretty good. I'm happy I caught one. You know what we're gonna do? Let me cast in those big worms and just maybe something will eat them. Who knows? Surprised no bluegill. Yeah, if I catch an eel at this body of water, I'm not eating it. That eel's getting released. I'm good on that one. My kid might not talk to me for a day, but I'm not eating it. All right, let's cast those. It's getting cold, man. So we got a beer can, a Poland Spring bottle, and a dinky largemouth bass so far. All right, let's cast these rods out and move. We'll switch up our location. Maybe we'll get something on them. Yeah, this worm was out there for like an hour and caught nothing at the previous spot. Hold on to your hats. Okay, one is out. Should I even put a... Hold on, guys, one sec. I don't know if I should even put a holder. Yep. Kind of decent. It'll do. Now let's do this one. worm. The worm is actually still alive, surprisingly. There's a lot of snapping turtles in this lake, so we might get one. You never know. All right, hold on to your hats. All right, we got two worms out. I don't have a second rod holder. Hmm, but I have three. We'll use a tree. That's going nowhere. All right, let's take a spinner. Let's take a trout magnet. Let's go do some fishing. I don't think anybody's going to check my stuff. See what you guys write. It's a ding, but a fish is a fish. You're right, Ivan. Thanks for kind words. Two, I want to take a bass, but next thing you know, there's like a game warden watching the stream. And then you never know. I want to take a bass, but I want to take a small one. Like literally, like remember the one we caught yesterday? The one that's like 5 inches. And then he's going to eat all my goldfish, right? But thanks for sticking with me, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah. So there is this. I don't think there's pike here, but there's definitely a chain pickerel here. Let's try the spinner. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I know today has been a very dry stream. I feel like if Grumpy Orca was a drinker, today I'd be drinking whiskey. But Grumpy Orca does not drink because it's dark at night. Ah, but man, maybe today a nice glass of warm whiskey would be good. My feet are cold now. Look, I guess somebody got caught in a windstorm here. We got an umbrella. Oh God, there's a Modelo can there. I'm gonna take that and throw it in the garbage can. I don't want to dig through this stuff, and I'll take that. I'll take the water bottle, but that's it. And now that I said it, my luck should be turning, right? All right, let's let it drop, and we spin. Come on, come on. So in the spring here, oh DCP, if you come here, if you're still watching, come to the spot in the spring. There's crappie all over the place. You want to throw right there, maybe like 30 feet off the bank. Just please don't take it home and eat it because you're gonna be glowing green, man. But you can catch crappie all day. I have a video of my kid, my 6-year-old, catching crappie nonstop here in the spring, like every cast. And you can catch them on gold minnows, you can catch them on trout magnets, you can catch them on crappie magnets, whatever you want. You name it, man. I think I spun too fast. Hold on. At this point, I don't mind getting in the water. Yeah, just please don't eat the fish from here, because this lake is completely landlocked. All right, good. Hi, Simon. What's going on? No, everything's fine. Hey, guys, I appreciate you talking to me. Today is one of those therapy days for Grumpy Orca because medical insurance is a little expensive. That's why I actually run this fishing stream. Just kidding, but I'll listen to your advice. I'm very easygoing dude. I got 2 kids. I got a lot of patience. My PB fish. Um, my PB fish. Ah, I've actually caught him on the stream. It's a 5 pound bass. That's probably the biggest freshwater fish I caught by accident. And my biggest ocean fish was a. I'll tell you right now. I already told it a couple of times. It was probably, I'm going to say conservatively 15-pound striped bass, but I caught it off a charter boat. So I don't know if that counts. I've caught like a 10-pound sand shark by accident, but yeah, nothing big, man. I don't have any stories to tell, unfortunately. The biggest fish I ever caught in my life was my wife. I met her when I was just a little kid, and she's been with me since. Can't tell you her weight, but she might be watching the stream. But she's my biggest catch. Been with her for 30 years. Surprised she's still with me. Good woman. All right, let's see. What's going on, Bill? Good catch, yeah. Dude, let me tell you, I met my wife in a country that doesn't exist anymore, and we kind of stayed in touch. I used to write her letters in the late '90s when I was a teenager. Huh. She is much smarter than me. Grumpy Orca IQ probably like room temperature. Her IQ very high. Oh, there's this fish swirling there. Hold on, there's a fish swirling there. I want that action. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna get him, even if I have to swim out there. First of all, oh, dude, I think we're on fish. Oh, dude, hold on. Life's about to change for Grumpy Orca. I think we got something. All right. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting overexcited. But I saw fish swirling, like top water. No, we're not. We're not. I'm sorry. That was pretty bad. But I saw like a circle. Hold on. Yeah, the worm's still here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I went a little bit Jersey banker on you. I overpromised. Give me a second though. Let me cast the spinner out there. Man. Oh, look what I found. Freebie. Check this out. I was just looking for another holder for a rod. I can't make this shit up. Look. Thank you. I love Jersey. This is definitely not mine. Look at this. Just randomly found a rod holder. This is typical New Jersey. Here you go. Nice. See, Karma's working out for me today. Let me grab my other rod and cast the spinner out. This is pretty funny. It only happens on my streams. I had one rod holder today, and now I have two. I know they're cheap, but they work. So I guess that was another schmuck that showed up here a couple of days ago. Oh shit! Grumpy Orca down. All right. Well. Oh man. There was some sort of a hole there, and I just fell right through it. You see that? All right, this thing's getting more entertaining by the minute. I felt like I was gonna fall through the ground like Willy Wonka. All right, hold on, dude. I was just standing right there. You see, like you would think you can stand there, right? I just fell right through that hole. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna calm down a little bit. The stream is getting more entertaining by the minute. Hold on, come here, buddy. You are the chosen one now. Let's catch a snapping turtle and fight him on the stream. I don't know if any of you ever caught a snapping turtle that's big sized. I have done it. They're probably the nastiest thing you want to fight on a bank. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. But that's pretty funny. The only thing I really wanted to find right now was a rod holder, and I found one randomly sitting on the bank. Oh man, Tom, you got to put me down like that in the chat. You caught a golden, you caught a brown trout. How big is the brown trout? I bet it was like 5, 6 pounds. I know somebody left this trash. I'll clean up for them. I caught a dinky bass and I caught a rod holder, and I fell into a hole. That's about it. That's about as exciting as my life has been. I'm just gonna. You want to watch more streams? I appreciate it. Yeah, Ivan. I think the most fun for kids is actually to fish with like I know everybody fishes with worms, but they really like to be more active because like I take my boys fishing. I have 2 boys. One of them definitely has ADHD like me. Um, and they'll if the bluegill are biting, it's a lot of fun with just worms. But if they catch something on the fish lure, they definitely get more excited. But we always start with worms. If the worms don't work, we start something else. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. You only take one kid. You only have one kid. Fishing with 2 kids can be tough because as soon as one of them catches a fish, my kids start fighting. Especially if the older one catches the fish, the younger one starts trying to compromise his rod. All right, let's one more cast with a spinner. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna switch to that jig head that I like to use. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna twitch the spinner a little bit, give it more pizzazz. I'm gonna come home and make myself some warm soup. I'm cold now. All right, let's do one more cast. I did say one cast, but it's been only been like 3. It swims beautifully though. This thing swims beautifully. It's like a no-name spinner. 1/8 of an ounce. Let's cast it out one more time. What's interesting is that on the colder days, well, it might be also screen brightness, but on colder days, my phone loses battery much slower. It might have to do with the brightness of the weather brightness of the sun too. But I feel like the colder it is, the better the iPhone battery retains its percentage. Let's do a trout magnet. That's what we caught the dinky bass on. Oh, I saw him eat it. I got one, boys. We got one. How you doing, kid? See? All right. At least it's something. Hashtag it's something. All right, here we go, guy. All right. Yeah, trout magnets just work, man. They just, no matter what, they work. Sometimes they work even better than gulp minnow, but I still like gulp minnow better. Let me check the chat. Oh, your older one. Hold on. What's going on, Grumpy Bass? Oh, that's good, Ivan. I'm sorry I didn't respond to you right away. I just gotta I gotta go through your text messages. Tom, you make me jealous, man. You caught a 5 pound brown. I caught I caught a beer can. I caught a I caught a what else did I catch? I caught a Polish spring bottle and dinky bass and a tiny bluegill you just saw. But congrats, 5 pound brown trout. That's awesome. Um, Ivan, that's good that you take your kids fishing. I'm gonna assume that teenage girls don't want to go fishing, but keep taking your kid as long as he goes with you. You'll see when your boy is about 12, 13, he's gonna die. He's kind of gonna the 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 love for fishing is gonna fade away because he's gonna start building his own personality, and that's what I noticed with my 12-year-old. He's about to turn 13, and the only way I can get him to go fishing with me now is if I promise him that we're gonna search for lures or something. You almost have to sell it to him now. Or if I let him play Brawl Stars on his phone for like 45 minutes. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. It's either Brawl Stars or Clash of Clans, right? Is that what people play nowadays? He still doesn't have a phone, but sometimes I let him use my phone. What's going on, Wahoo? Yeah, that's what we're doing, Khalid. Fishing Planet game? Let me tell him. I'll tell him about the Fishing Planet. Um, my younger one still plays chess, but that's it. All right, one more cast. I really want to switch my other rod to either a gulp minnow or like some sort of artificial. Ah, had a bite. Oh, got one. All right. Oh, dude, look at this. That was a smaller bass than yesterday. Remember the small bass I caught yesterday that was like this big? This one was smaller. Let's see if we can jig him up again. He was chasing that thing too. I'm surprised how aggressive they are. No, no action now. I almost had him. Okay, I have him now. I have him now. Here he is. Oh, came off again. I thought these hooks were sharp. Maybe it's just my poor skill. Twitching the trout magnet is actually kind of cool. I like twitching the trout magnet. You just basically tap the rod, and it does a little jump off the bottom. That's how the bass was biting it, off the jump. Hold on. Let's go check those other rods. While I'm here, I'm going to take this umbrella with me that somebody left here. I've seen that umbrella there before. I wanted to take it to the trash. Let's work on our karma points. If you don't know me, I believe picking up trash increases your chances of catching fish. All right, trash can is not too far away. I'll just throw it out. All right, give me a second, guys. I got my line stuck in my. All right, we're good. Yeah, people do it all the time. Uh, well, Demon, I am going to. I did buy a magnet to go pick up the lures from where the people are, but this is called a trout magnet. I don't know if you guys have that in Poland. I'll show you the. I'll show you the box for it just so you don't think I'm crazy. So here's a box for it. See, it says trout magnet. So that's what we're using today. And I'm just using a jig head by iFish, and that's what caught us fish today. All right, let me think about this. Hold on. Can I throw a gulp minnow on this jig head? What do you guys think? Let's try it. It's a little. The gulp minnow is going to be a little. The hook is not that deep, but let's try it. That's going to be a little tight. You like the box? Yeah, if you never used them before, I don't know if they sell them. And I actually made a short about them today. They're in here in Walmart. They're $13. But there's something about the white, pink. There's different kinds of pink, and this color works too. There's something about them. They, especially if you put them on these micro hooks, they work really well. I mean, you saw me catching all the fish I caught today was on them. All right, let's throw a. You know what's feeling? I'm not feeling gulp minnow. I'm feeling that other lure I have. This is a Strike King lightning shad. So we're gonna make it look like a little fish. Hope that's okay with you guys. This hook is a little. It's a little small for this, but we'll make it work. All right. What do you think about this? Let's try it. There's a little hole here I can fish. I really want to bring an actual magnet here because there's so many lures here. I always find them here in the spring. Hold on, I don't want to snag my other line. So I'm going to bring this. I'm just going to jig it off the bottom or twitch it. There's a little lock there. Maybe we can get a fish. Nope. All right, let's go back to the spot where we were. I can't believe we found an umbrella. I feel like if I stay here long enough, I can basically just build myself a little house here. And once again, I wanted to thank everybody for bearing with me. I know today was absolutely boring, but I'll if I don't have a lot of jobs, driving jobs tonight, I usually have a lot of work on Thursday nights. If I don't drive a lot, I'll try to take you out to the ocean tomorrow. And this time around, I'm gonna dress for it, so I'm not running around in Crocs. To be honest with you, all I want to do is just want to go fish for bluegills somewhere when there's no pressure on. Huh. One guy I know from Canada calls those geese cobra chickens. Cobra chickens, because they got a long neck and they kind of look like a chicken, and they're useless. Oh. Yeah, Alyssa, don't spam. We like to talk to you, but if you spam, I got this guy. He's quite a demon, if you know what I'm saying. Don't want to mess with him. All right, let's see. Uh, nah, it's pretty slow. I wonder if I should try a different type of trout magnet instead of that. Hold on. I could have sworn I've seen a bottle of hard liquor here one day. I just didn't want to take it because had a full, I had a full backpack already. No, I don't see it. All right, man. There's so much trash here. It's amazing. Look at all this crap. See that? It's, it's like, why do people do this crap? All right, let me get my feet wet a little bit. Ouch. Should have come here in my boots today. Yeah. Pretty good. Huh. Sorry, Nancy. I apologize. Um, I'll try to move a little slower. I was just basically going between trees. But yeah, I can see how that. The problem is my phone is on like a neck mount. If I had something else holding it, also might be the streaming quality for my phone. But if you guys don't mind leaving me a like, if you just double tap your screen, give me a big juicy like. I appreciate it. Maybe I can break 70 today. The likes are going lower and lower in the recent couple of days. Got to pick up my fishing. You know what? Let me switch to a different trout magnet. For some reason, this is not working. Where did I put my trout magnet box? That's a better question. Did I leave it? Hold on, I think I left it back there. Let me check my other rods too. Nah, nothing going on with those. Okay, pick the next color, chat. What do you want me to use? We just used pink. Thank you. I'm gonna finish the live stream probably in the next 10 minutes. Pick one. Yellow. Deal. Deal. You mean like this one, right? That's actually a good color. That's what Ranyo told me to use here. Let's try it. Hold on. Drop something. Chartreuse. Let's try it. You never know. I need to take out. I have a bunch of gamakatsu hooks in that box. We're looking. Me. I am looking. I am looking for $1 million. But two would be better. But I'll settle for a 2 pound bass. All right, look at this. He'll look like he's in a movie. Perfect. All right, let's cast it. Okay, we fish with this until I end the stream. Make you that deal, okay? So yeah, just a 1 gram jig head with a. We're just gonna ultralight fish it, and I know there's fish here, so let's go catch them. How you doing, you doof? All right, we fished for 7 minutes because I gotta run home and get my children. Today is library day. I take my kids to the library and get new books. Maybe I get a fishing book for myself because I've been so terrible fishing today. It looks like I need to read up a little bit. Ah, that's a tough spot. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Beautiful cast. Now let's get a fish. Slowly really throw the water column. Give it a little twitch. All right, there's a little log there. Twitch around the log. Nope. Let's change the spot. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. I got good news. 1 hour rods is popping. I think it is. Hold on. I think we have a. All right, let's not get overexcited. Is there something on there? Let's see. I'm gonna say no, but we hope for the best. Nah, I was hoping there was something there. I saw it bobbing, but yeah, look, this is how bad this is. I mean, doesn't that look juicy? Nothing. In the spring, the fishing here is so much better. All right, I'm not even gonna put it in the rod holder. Oh look, I found another bottle. All right. Sorry for the shakiness. I apologize. If it was a fish, I'd probably throw a little company party if I saw three of those juicy garlic worms on the line. I'd invite the neighbors. I'd even invite the people I don't like. I'd be like, "Look at all this food, man. Let's eat. The winter's almost here." But no, these American fish, they hit differently. They only want McDonald's. I am so cold right now. Can't wait to come home and have some soup. All right, let's change the spot. Sorry about the shakiness. I'll try to do something with the mount so it's a little better. I didn't think of that. But if there's something you don't like, you can always tell me. You never know. I might be able to change it. Let's let it drop. Twitch it. I might do the drop shot setup tonight for a couple of rods, just like the Thule Trout Raider said. And we might go for perch tomorrow, but can't guarantee that. We'll see. I still don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to depend on what I'm doing tonight. Because I'm running on 2 hours of sleep today. All right, let's do one more cast. This is pretty sad. At least one more fish to finish the stream, please. Please. Can I have a crumb of fish? One crumb. Hmm. You know what we should try? We should try a bobber. If I have it in my pocket somewhere. Yes, I do. Thanks for the likes, guys. Hey, can you help me hit 70? Please? Alright, let's try bobber. Maybe we'll get a crappie, you never know. Alright, here we go. This is actually a great rod for bobber fishing. I'm actually going to let it sit there and read the chat. Because I know I'm not going to get... What's going on? Oh, thanks, guys. So just to respond to you, Foz, that's a trout magnet bobber. You can buy it at Walmart. I don't know what state you're in or if you're not in the country, but in Walmart, it's called it. Just go to Amazon and go trout magnet bobber, and they're actually specifically made for the weight of a trout magnet, so they're kind of native to the. They're actually perfect. You look, it's a tiny bobber. You usually get 4 of them in a package for about $2-3, and it has a slit in it. You see that slit? So you pop the top. Oh, where's the slit? You pop the top. I'll show it to you. Right? You pop the top. You put the line through it. You close it up, and you're good to go. I mean, it's pretty easy. It's great for trout fishing, and I like to bobber fish. Like this rod right here, Daiwa Presso, especially before I broke the end of it. It's a great trout bobber fishing rod for microfishing. The way I bobber fish trout magnet, you want to reel it slowly, then you stop and let it drop. Or you can just continuously pull it through the water column. All right. If you guys want to walk with me for a little bit, I'm about to. I'm gonna do one more cast because I gotta run back. I really I be at 3 o'clock. Everybody knows who watches me. I turn into a pumpkin. So gotta be home by 3. I really was trying to get one more fish, but it looks like it's not gonna happen. All right. I'm gonna go relap those rods. I gotta throw some trash out that we found. Is there any trash here? I don't have space for the other stuff, but I'll clean up whatever I see here. All right. If anybody wants an umbrella, hit me up. Let's reel these up. Yeah, I just absolutely dead here. Look at this. Oh, well, not absolutely dead because I had no worm on here. Maybe Mr. Turtles came over. Such an interesting rod. The pinch where you pinch your reel is on top, and it always comes undone. Otherwise, I love the rod. It's so strange to put it there. Probably gonna come home and feed that to my baby catfish. All 5 of them. Hold on, guys, one sec. Let me take off my chest pack. All right, so yeah, my chest pack you can still buy at Walmart. $15. I love it. It's really well built. Okeechobee Fats. Yeah, the Trout magnet stuff is really good. I mean, like, I wish it was I think most of it is actually made in USA. Trout magnet itself is a Chinese company, but you can't deny that they make good stuff. It's not great stuff. It's not gamakatsu, but for an average person who just wants to do some fishing, especially with their kids, it's a great, great company. Let me see if I can pick up this trash. There's a can coming up. Like, this is how easy it is. These people that are littering here can basically just drag this to a garbage can that's not even 1/8 of a mile away. But no such thing. All right, I got 4 rods. I got a backpack. All right, guys. I think this is gonna be it. If you want to walk with me and talk with me, I mean, we're in Jersey. Walk with me and talk with me. That's what the mobsters usually say. But yeah, today was a very, very slow day. You there till the end? Thanks. You wanna come live in USA? Well, it's great. It's great, but you gotta you gotta work a lot here, especially in the great state of New Jersey. Um, but you got nice parks like these, see? And if people care about you, they can dedicate a bench to you, see? In love and memory, Maureen Bach Prendergast, loved infinitely. See? People remember you. But this is a really nice park. It really gets taken care of by the people. Take care of this park. You see, there's like signs of what you can do, what you can't do, stuff like that. Let's take a quick walk to our garbage can. Ronnie, I appreciate you hanging out. And you said the Coleman bag is good. I love that bag. If we ever become famous, we should get Coleman to start making fishing bags for us, because I really don't see a point of all those expensive bags that people have. And I once bought a Amazon fishing bag by some random company, and after using it for 3 times, oh, there's a fly fisherman fishing the spot. There's the dude fly fishing. I've seen him there before. He always gets fish. I mean, as far as trout goes, I will 1000% agree that fly fishing is the best way to fish for trout. But look, it's so pretty here. Can't even say it's New Jersey. No mobsters, just pretty. Yeah, $1,000 a month is cheap, man. Hey, Ivan, I appreciate you. No, Demon, they actually got that trash can out of there. It was there for about a week. So it definitely went undercover as a trash can for a week. But now it's gone. But there's not a trash can here. Ivan, I appreciate you hanging out with me. It's the first time you joined the streams, and it's very nice of you. And it's very nice that you take your kids fishing, man. And I hope you keep taking him. Hold on, before my rods fall. Give me a second. All right. Whoop. I mean, how hard was that? How hard was that? Huh? I'm telling you, you litter in my spots, I catch you, I'm going back in, baby. You know what that means. I don't like that stuff. All right, guys. Thanks for fishing with me. I know today's been pretty horrible, but thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for talking to me, and thanks for helping me get better at fishing. I hope you go out there, enjoy the nature. Don't forget karma works. Clean up some stuff, you get more fish. All right. I appreciate all of you. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye bye.